Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Dave Bitter, front-end developer at Frontmen, and today I have another Friday tip for you. We're going to have a look at the Intl API in the browser to format dates and numbers. So if you've worked with numbers and dates in the past, you either wrote your own complex function or used a library like moment or date functions. Well, this does the trick. It often comes with a heavy price in your bundle size because this thing is so complex and so big. And there is an API in the browser, Intl, which can do more or less the same, at least cover all the basics that you need, or at least cover all the basics that you need probably in your project. So let's have a look at how we can work with that. So I prepared the basic code that we need. We need a locale, naturally, because we want to format it to a locale of the user, the actual way of formatting, and a date. So the way we do this is we say, hey, I want a new intl datetime format. I'm going to pass you my locale. I'm going to pass you the way I want to format it. And I'm going to pass you the date. So as you can see, we have the default date formatting for the Netherlands. If I change this to, for instance, English, you'll see that it updates it to the way you format this in English. Well, this is easy because, well, you can get the locale from either URL or however you do it and just pass it through. Next, we have the format. So here I can say, okay, I want the weekday and I want it long, which is basically saying that it wants the complete word for it. So Sunday, because it's English. But the nice thing is, if I put it to Dutch, we get the Dutch word for it. I can then say, okay, maybe I want a month and I want to have it numeric. So it's gonna give me, well, the number for the month or long because it's probably nicer to read. But perhaps the day you want to have that one numeric. And you can see, hey, it's Sunday the 25th of July in Dutch. So that's very easy, and this is a way you can work with this. Another cool thing that we can do is use relative time formatting. So for instance, if you calculate if something was 10 days ago or 20 hours ago, you can construct a sentence based on the locale and use that. So I have another small example here. You can see that I call the new intl relative time format. Again, pass my locale and then call the format function with whatever I want. So for now I set -1 day, which in Dutch is 1 dag geleden. If I move this over to English, you can see 1 day ago. And well, you can play around with this, of course, to see what it does. 14 days. You can do something with weeks. And what happens if it's 1 week and not weeks. So all this stuff is being taken care of for you. Of course, you can do hours or either combination of hours and minutes and all that type of stuff. So again, something which is more complex than you might think, and you get it out of the box with all this formatting with all the locales. But let's also look at number formatting, because dates is one thing, but numbers can get very complex as well. So let's have a look at numbers. If you have a look here, I got basically the same setup. I have a locale, a format, which we'll use later, and an actual number. So again, we can call a new intl the number format. Again, pass in our locale and say that we want to format this number. You can see here that it formats it with the commas in place where it needs to. And this is important because, yeah, if I move this back to English, you see that we switch things around compared to Dutch. Let's put it back to the Netherlands. We can actually also format this as a currency, and that's super useful because adding a currency is not just adding, I don't know, the euro sign or the dollar sign in front of it, but it's actually way more complex across countries. So if I pass the format and I say I want to have the currency style, and the currency that I want to use is euro because we use that in the Netherlands. After locale, we can say use my format. And if we look at that, we see that we automatically get the correct euro sign in front of it. And that's important because in, for instance, Germany, they also use a euro. But if I change this to DE, you can see that they put a euro sign at the back. And all this logic you probably haven't added in your own custom function. and you just want to have it on the fly, don't worry about it, just pass in the locale and they will handle it for you. And to give another example, for instance, in French, they have the euro sign at the back as well, but they use spaces instead of commas. And that's it for now. So there are a lot more edge cases, use cases, and I encourage you to look at the documentation and see all those edge cases and how you can solve them using this. And this is just a great tool to use, a nice standard to use, and it's nice that you don't bundle this gigantic library into your JavaScript bundle for your users. So try it out in your next project and you might never want to go back to using something like moment or date functions. For now, that's all. As always, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.